For 10 years, you were a guest speaker in the Philanthropy 101 class discussing motivations for giving. Many people share their time, talents, and treasures. Other people do not. Apparently, you have given this topic a lot of thought, Tom. Have you learned anything as a result of your efforts? Do you have any conclusions that you'd like to share or any new thoughts to offer on this subject?
Yes, I do. For 9 years, I prepared this presentation to the Philanthropy 101 class, and I would describe what I thought of at that time as motivations for giving. And I would describe different levels of motivation in terms of level of seriousness. For example, I would begin by talking about the statement in the newspaper, the obituary. In lieu of flowers, please send a contribution to such and such, which is certainly a generous thing to do, but does not require a significant amount of serious thought, if you will. But at the other extreme, you have the young couple who take their sick child into a children's hospital, and the hospital saves the child's life. And they are so grateful that they want to do volunteer work for the hospital. Well, we would talk about motivations in this manner. And then it occurred to me after some time that these incidences, these hypothetical incidences that I would discuss, were really not the motivations themselves. Rather, the motivation to give in these situations was in place long before that incident arose. Consider, if you will, the number of people who do take their child to a children's hospital and they get great care and they are impressed with what took place. There are so many that do give and so many who do not give. So you have to ask, what's going on here? What's in place? So I think it's more of a basic view of life in general, you might say. For example, I feel very strongly that everything that's good about everybody is a gift. Now, intuitively, this will make sense to some people in terms of good genes, having a good body, having a strong mind, or having access to good education. But let's think about a strong work ethic, or dedication, devotion, integrity. These things don't just come out of thin air. If you are a person of great integrity, it's because you were around people with great integrity. It could have been your parents, it could have been teachers, peers, experiences, events. But these good things that you have, they're all coming from somewhere. And I think that the people who are the givers are the ones, though they may not articulate it in exactly that manner, but basically that's the way they see this world. Whereas those that feel that they are entitled to do what they wish because of their own doing may see giving as superfluous, pointless. Why should I do this? But I think that is what separates. I think that's what motivates people to give, is an understanding of how they fit in to this world and how life goes. I should point out that the foundation which our family operates now is a descendant of an older foundation which was liquidated some years ago. That foundation was created by my grandfather purely for the purpose of teaching his sons how to give money away. Now, my grandfather was the son of a Methodist minister, and my grandfather had a lot of siblings. So he knew what it was like not to have much, and he knew what it was like to share. So it was very important to him that his two sons learned about giving. Now, my father and my uncle were generous, giving people, but it came from somewhere. It came from their father, and that came from their father's father. So at any rate, this notion of giving is something that's not only passed down from generation, but among people, and I'm blessed, obviously, that my grandfather and my great-grandfather had that foresight.